Yo, yo! So, in case you guys haven't been paying attention, COVID is a scam. Okay? It's a scam. Okay, I got proof. I'm about to show you. Check this out. Yo, yo, what's up? Okay, I'm going to show you guys something now. I want you guys to see this with your own eyes. So I'm going to walk you through this. I'm doing a little screen recording right here on my phone, right here, live. So you can see this live, okay? So we're going to go here to Google. We're going to Google the virus for California, okay? Now scroll down here, and I'm going to show you a couple things here because I want you to see something, okay? We're going to move over here to right here. We're at the peak of it right here, okay? See the cases right there? We're about, roughly around 41K cases at the peak of it about a week before the inauguration. Okay, do you see how that just slopes straight down like that? Okay, I'm going to explain that in a second, but I also want you to just look down a little bit further right there where it says the actual death. Okay, see that number? 56,499, which is fabricated, by the way, but we're just going to use it just for purposes for right now. Okay, now, if you really want to look at the threat of this actual virus, okay, if it was truly deadly, you would have a death toll of, say, 3%, 5%, 9%, 10% out of the total population, right? Okay, massive, massive, massive numbers, okay? Now, look at the death toll here, 56,499. Divide that by 40 million Californians. Do you know what that comes out to? 0.001. 0.001 out of the total population. Okay, so what does that mean? That means 0% threat. Okay, that's what that means. All right. Now the second thing I want to show you guys here is you see how this little slope, how this thing just goes boom straight down. Okay, we literally go from like 41K at the peak, right? 41K at the peak to 2250 a day. Okay, boom, just drops like a rock. Do you want to know why that happened? Right after the inauguration, the WHO came out and said, oops, we made a mistake. We've been testing all wrong. We've been running the cycle counts too high. Hey, hospitals, you guys need to all lower your cycle count because we've been creating a bunch of false positives. Oops, I'm sorry. Okay, so they changed that. So they changed the way testing protocols were done to where now they're running a lower cycle count. So now less people are testing positive, right? The second thing that they did is they made it mandatory that in order for a case to be considered a positive case, it had to be tested and proven positive. Okay? And I say this because all of 2020, they made it to where it was just suspected or presumed. So you go to the hospital because you got the sniffles, COVID. Okay? You go to the hospital because you got a little fever, COVID. Could have been seasonal flu, could have been many other things, right? You go there for anything, COVID, right? Not even testing you. They didn't even have to test you to consider it a positive case. This is why the cases were going through the roof, and they were using this to scare you. Why? Because a scared population is easier to control, okay? So the second thing I'm going to show you guys, okay? We got the fabricated death toll. Okay, just in case you guys don't know, they did the exact same thing with the death toll. So what they basically said was if anybody died and it was just suspected or presumed to be COVID related, they could label it a COVID death, right? And the CDC says, okay, this is straight from the CDC, says the average person that died, all these 500 plus thousand that they're claiming is BS, okay? The average person that they so-called died, right, from this virus had 3.8 comorbidities. 3.8, basically 4 diseases they were dying from, okay? So they had a heart attack, COVID. They had cancer, COVID. They died from a stroke, COVID, right? They were labeling all this stuff, and this is a proven fact. Okay, hospitals, a doctor's been blowing the whistle, nurses been blowing the whistle, morticians been blowing the whistle. Everybody's been telling you about this stuff, but the mainstream media, because they are part of the enemy, they are owned by the enemy, they have been trying to suppress this information. Okay, but if you do any research, like I do, like I'm showing you right here, you would actually see the actual factual data. So you see this number just drop, bloom, right? That is because it's a political scam. Now, I'm going to show you something else. We're going to go to Florida, okay? Now, why is Florida important? Because Florida's been open. Florida's been open, Okay? They've been living lives like normal. They've been going out and having drinks, eating inside at restaurants, having parties, having festivals, doing whatever the hell they want to do, working full time, doing whatever the hell they want to do, kids in school, everything's going just fine, right? And they're open, right? Where's all the dead bodies? Where's the death toll? I'm going to show you the death toll, okay? Let's go to Florida now. Watch this. This is right in your face, guys. Right underneath your nose this entire time. Watch this. And this is just straight from Google, okay? Check this out. Now, I want you to pay close attention to this right here, too, okay? This was right before the inauguration, too. Now, do you see the total case numbers in Florida? They are just drastically lower than they were at that time in California, right? Like literally less than half of what California's was. How is it that a state that is fully open had a fraction of the amount of cases that were even being tested positive? And this is still with the same protocols with the suspected and presumed and the PCR test being inaccurately creating false positives, and still they had less than half what we have, right? Now, look over here at the end. It's also dropped too. It's dropped too to about almost 75% or so, right? Okay, now let's check this out. Scroll down a little bit. Look at the deaths. 32,254 total, okay? The state of Florida has somewhere around like 20 million, 21 million. Guess what the death toll is in Florida? 0.001. So they have the same exact death toll in a state that is completely 100% open, and we're in a state that is still locked down, still pushing mask mandates, still trying to push this scam-demic, right? Are you awake now? Do you see why this pisses me off? Do you see where I'm going with this? You have been scammed for the past year. Scammed. And you need to wake up, because here we have a Florida governor proving it. Florida governor with an open state, everybody's living life like normal, and nothing is different. Nothing is different. Okay? Case numbers, roughly around the same. Way less. Way less than ours, right? And they're open. They're open. Okay? Are you awake? Do you see where I'm going with this? All right? Because you are being scammed, and you need to wake up. Okay? I'm showing you the proof. This is right in your face. You need to stand up. You need to rebel. You need to open your businesses. You need to be outspoken. You need to speak your mind. You need to show people this video. You need to wake people the fuck up. Got it? Share this shit.